Millionaire woman asks a taxi driver to pose as her husband. What happens next is unbelievable. Diana Blackstone sits in the back of a yellow taxi, her hands trembling as she stares at the invitation that has become the source of her latest nightmare. At 38, she commands a pharmaceutical empire worth over $700 million, built from innovative drug development that has revolutionized treatment for autoimmune diseases. But tonight, her professional success feels meaningless compared to the family crisis awaiting her at the St. Regis Hotel. The invitation announces her cousin Margaret's wedding celebration, a lavish affair where the entire Blackstone family will gather to witness what Diana's grandmother considers the gold standard of female achievement, a successful marriage to an appropriate man from their social circle. What makes the evening particularly torturous for Diana is her grandmother's recent ultimatum regarding her own unmarried status and its impact on the family's reputation. Eleanor Blackstone, the 92-year-old matriarch who still controls significant portions of the family trust, has made clear that Diana's continued bachelorhood reflects poorly on the family's ability to maintain proper social standing. Despite Diana's business achievements, Eleanor views her granddaughter's unmarried state as evidence of character flaws that require correction through strategic marriage arrangement. The pressure has intensified following Diana's recent breakup with Senator Jonathan Hayes, a relationship that ended when Diana discovered his primary interest lay in her political donations rather than personal affection. Eleanor's disappointment over the terminated engagement has created family tension that threatens both Diana's emotional well-being and her position within the family business structure. Diana's taxi driver observes her distress through the rearview mirror as they sit in Manhattan traffic. James Martinez, at 35, has been driving the cab for 6 years while pursuing his doctoral dissertation in American literature at NYU. His evening shift provides income that supplements his graduate teaching assistantship, allowing him to support his studies while helping his elderly mother with medical expenses. James possesses the kind of natural charisma and intelligent conversation that makes his cab rides memorable for passengers seeking more than silent transportation. His academic background provides him with knowledge spanning literature, history, and human psychology, while his years driving taxi have taught him to read people's emotional states and respond with appropriate sensitivity or engaging distraction. Tonight, James notices that his well-dressed passenger appears to be on the verge of tears despite her obvious affluence and professional composure. Her expensive clothing and confident bearing suggest success, but her current emotional state reveals someone facing circumstances that money cannot resolve. When Diana realizes they've been sitting in traffic for 20 minutes with the hotel still blocks away, her carefully maintained composure finally cracks. The family gathering will begin in 30 minutes, and Diana faces the prospect of enduring another evening of her grandmother's pointed comments about her single status, her cousin's pitying looks, and her mother's embarrassed explanations for Diana's continued independence. In a moment of desperation that surprises even herself, Diana makes an impulsive proposal that will change both their lives forever. She offers James $5,000 to accompany her to the wedding celebration and pose as her husband for the evening. The arrangement would require only a few hours of performance greeting her family members, maintaining the appearance of marital happiness, and providing Diana with respite from her grandmother's matrimonial pressure. James's initial reaction combines confusion, concern, and professional ethics. He's encountered many unusual requests during his taxi driving career, but nothing approaching the complexity and potential consequences of Diana's proposal. His first instinct is to decline politely and suggest that Diana reconsider whatever family pressures have driven her to such desperate measures. But Diana's explanation reveals the depth of her emotional exhaustion and the genuine distress caused by her family's expectations. She describes years of relationships evaluated primarily for their social appropriateness rather than emotional compatibility. Business achievements dismissed as consolation prizes for romantic failure, and increasing pressure to sacrifice personal autonomy for family approval. James recognizes in Diana's situation echoes of his own struggles with family expectations and societal pressure. His decision to pursue graduate studies rather than immediately entering lucrative employment has created tension with relatives who question the practical value of academic achievement. His mother's pride in his education conflicts with her concerns about his financial security and marriage prospects. Diana's offer represents more than temporary employment for James. It provides income that could significantly impact his ability to complete his dissertation while supporting his mother's medical needs. $5,000 would cover several months of expenses, allowing him to focus on his studies rather than working additional shifts that compromise his academic progress. But more intriguingly, Diana's intelligence and obvious education make her someone James could genuinely enjoy conversing with during their arranged performance. Her knowledge of business, her articulate expression of complex emotions, and her apparent appreciation for honesty and authenticity suggest compatibility that could make their evening together pleasant rather than purely transactional. James's acceptance comes with conditions that reveal both his integrity and his understanding of the arrangement's complexity. He insists on meeting Diana beforehand to discuss their fabricated relationship history, ensuring their stories remain consistent under family scrutiny. He also requires clarity about physical boundaries and behavioral expectations, wanting to provide convincing performance without compromising either person's dignity. Their preparation takes place in Diana's penthouse apartment, where James experiences firsthand the lifestyle his evening performance must convincingly represent. Diana's home reflects sophisticated taste and enormous wealth, but also reveals the isolation that success has created. Beautiful spaces designed for entertaining that rarely host guests, expensive art viewed primarily by Diana herself, and luxury that serves protection rather than comfort. Diana transforms James's appearance with clothing from her late father's wardrobe, expensive suits that fit surprisingly well and create the polished image necessary for their deception. But she also discovers that James's natural intelligence and education require minimal coaching to navigate her family's social expectations. His conversation, mannerisms, and general knowledge already position him as someone who could believably belong in their elite circles. Their rehearsal of relationship details reveals unexpected compatibility as they create a fictional marriage history that incorporates elements of their real personalities and experiences. James's literary background helps him construct compelling narratives about their courtship, while Diana's business acumen provides realistic details about their supposed shared life and future plans. As they prepare for the evening's performance, both Diana and James begin to recognize that their arrangement involves more than simple role-playing. Their conversations flow naturally, their created intimacy feels surprisingly comfortable, and their mutual respect develops beyond what their business transaction requires. The taxi ride to the St. Regis Hotel allows them final preparation while both acknowledge the surreal nature of their situation. Diana experiences gratitude for James's willingness to help her navigate family pressure, while James recognizes that their evening together might provide insights into worlds and relationships he's only encountered through literature and observation. Their arrival at the hotel marks the beginning of a performance that will test not only their acting abilities, but their understanding of themselves and each other. Diana introduces James as her husband to family members who have never seen her genuinely happy in a romantic relationship, while James must convince sophisticated observers that he belongs in their exclusive social circles. The initial interactions exceed both their expectations. James's natural charm and intelligence impress Diana's relatives, while his obvious affection for Diana performed, but increasingly genuine, provides exactly the kind of relationship validation that Eleanor Blackstone has been demanding. Diana's family members respond positively to James's respectful attention and articulate conversation, seeing in him the kind of partner they've hoped Diana would find. But the evening's success creates unexpected emotional complications as Diana realizes that James's performance reveals qualities she's been seeking in a genuine partner: intelligence, kindness, respect for her autonomy, and authentic interest in her thoughts and feelings rather than her financial resources. The chapter ends with Diana and James navigating the wedding celebration with growing awareness that their pretend marriage feels more authentic than many real relationships either has experienced. Their convincing performance stems not from exceptional acting skills, but from genuine compatibility and mutual respect that makes their fabricated intimacy surprisingly natural and comfortable. 4 hours into their performance as a married couple, Diana and James have created such a convincing portrayal of marital happiness that even they begin to question where acting ends and authentic connection begins. Their fabricated relationship stories have evolved into genuine conversations about their real hopes, dreams, and experiences, creating intimacy that transcends their business arrangement. Diana observes James interacting with her family members and realizes that his charm isn't performed for their benefit. He genuinely enjoys meeting new people, listening to their stories, and finding common ground despite obvious differences in background and circumstances. His conversation with her elderly grandmother reveals both respect for her life experiences and subtle wit that delights Eleanor more than any of Diana's previous romantic interests ever managed. James demonstrates knowledge and interests that surprise Diana's sophisticated relatives. His discussion of literature with her professor uncle, his understanding of business principles when talking with her entrepreneur cousins, and his thoughtful questions about family history show someone whose education and intelligence allow him to engage meaningfully with accomplished people across various fields. But the most remarkable aspect of James's performance is his treatment of Diana herself. Unlike her previous romantic partners, who either deferred to her wealth or competed with her success, James interacts with her as an equal partner whose opinions he values and whose achievements he admires without feeling threatened. His public affection appears genuine because it stems from real appreciation for her intelligence and character. Diana finds herself experiencing emotions she hasn't felt in years, the comfort of being seen and appreciated for who she is rather than what she owns, the pleasure of intellectual partnership with someone who challenges her thinking, and the surprising intimacy that develops when someone pays attention to her thoughts and feelings, rather than her social status or business achievements. The evening reaches a critical moment when Eleanor Blackstone pulls Diana aside for a private conversation that reveals the depth of her grandmother's satisfaction with James. Eleanor expresses genuine happiness about Diana's marriage, praising James's intelligence, respectful manner, and obvious devotion to her granddaughter. For the first time in years, Eleanor speaks about Diana's life choices with pride rather than disappointment. But Eleanor's approval creates new pressure as she begins discussing plans for integrating James into the family business, expectations for grandchildren, and her intentions to modify her will to provide greater inheritance for Diana, now that she's demonstrated proper family commitment through marriage. The conversation forces Diana to confront the long-term implications of her impulsive deception. Simultaneously, James experiences his own moment of revelation while talking with Diana's cousin, Michael, about the challenges of maintaining successful marriages and high-pressure careers. Michael's advice about partnership, compromise, and the importance of genuine affection in navigating wealth's complications resonates with James more deeply than he expected, making him question his own relationship patterns and life goals. The most significant development occurs when Diana and James find themselves alone on the hotel's rooftop terrace, taking a break from their performance to process the evening's unexpected intensity. Their conversation shifts from discussing their successful deception to exploring the genuine connection that has developed during their time together. Diana admits that James's treatment of her throughout the evening represents everything she's been seeking in a real relationship: respect, intellectual stimulation, emotional support, and appreciation for her authentic self rather than her financial resources. She realizes that their pretend marriage has revealed the kind of partnership she wants to build with someone who sees her as a complete person rather than a wealthy, prized-to-be-one. James confesses that spending the evening as Diana's husband has shown him possibilities for his own life that he hadn't previously considered. Her intelligence, ambition, and genuine kindness have impressed him more than any woman he's encountered, while her obvious loneliness despite material success has revealed the emotional cost of isolation that wealth can create. Their honest conversation leads to the unbelievable revelation that transforms their entire arrangement. Both Diana and James have developed genuine feelings that extend far beyond their business transaction. Their performed intimacy has revealed authentic compatibility. Their fabricated marriage has demonstrated real potential for partnership. And their temporary arrangement has created emotions that neither wants to end when the evening concludes. But the discovery of mutual attraction creates new complications, as both recognize the vast differences in their circumstances and the deceptive foundation of their connection. Diana questions whether James's feelings are influenced by the financial benefits their arrangement provides, while James wonders if Diana's interest stems from gratitude for his help rather than genuine romantic attraction. The crisis deepens when Diana's phone reveals multiple messages from her assistant about urgent business matters requiring immediate attention. The contrast between Diana's corporate responsibilities and James's academic pursuits highlights the practical challenges that would face any real relationship between them. Despite their emotional compatibility, the evening's climax comes when Eleanor Blackstone makes an unexpected announcement to the gathered family, praising Diana and James's marriage as an example of proper family values and announcing her intention to host a formal reception in their honor within the month. The announcement traps Diana and James in an extended deception neither anticipated when their arrangement began. Diana and James face an impossible choice: confess their deception and devastate Diana's relationship with her grandmother while exposing James to potential legal consequences for fraud, or continue their pretense with all the complications that extended deception would create for both their lives. Their decision comes through recognizing that their feelings have evolved beyond the circumstances that created them. Diana realizes that James represents the kind of partner she's been seeking: someone who appreciates her mind, respects her achievements, and treats her as an equal rather than a trophy or financial opportunity. James understands that Diana's wealth doesn't diminish her genuine character or the authenticity of their emotional connection. The unbelievable resolution comes when Diana and James choose to transform their fake marriage into a real relationship. Not because their deception requires it, but because their genuine feelings have made pretense unnecessary. Their decision to pursue authentic partnership represents courage to trust their connection despite its unusual origins. Diana's confession to her family reveals the truth about their arrangement while emphasizing the genuine love that developed during their performance. Her honesty about her loneliness, her desperation to escape family pressure, and her discovery of real connection with James demonstrates the emotional growth their relationship has created. James's decision to remain committed to Diana, despite the revelation of their deception's origins, shows his recognition that authentic love can develop from the most unexpected circumstances. His willingness to integrate into Diana's world while maintaining his own identity and goals represents the kind of partnership Diana has always sought. The story concludes with Diana and James building a genuine relationship that serves both their authentic selves, Diana's resources supporting James's completion of his doctoral studies, while James's intelligence and character provide Diana with the emotional partnership she's always needed. Their transformation from taxi driver and passenger to fake husband and wife to genuine partners proves that love can develop in the most unbelievable circumstances when people choose to see beyond surface differences to recognize authentic compatibility and shared values. The millionaire woman who asked a taxi driver to pose as her husband discovered that the most meaningful relationships often develop when people drop their guards and reveal their authentic selves, even in the context of elaborate deceptions designed to manage external pressures. What happened next was truly unbelievable, not because of dramatic plot twists, but because two people found genuine love through honest connection that transcended the artificial circumstances that brought them together. Their fake marriage became real not through legal ceremony, but through emotional commitment to building a partnership based on mutual respect, intellectual compatibility, and authentic affection that neither expected to find in such unusual circumstances.
Thank you for watching this story unfold with us here on M&A The Story Unfolds. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a new tale. We'd love to know where you're watching from. Leave a comment below and tell us what part of the world you're joining us from. Your support means everything. See you in the next story.